You're still watching the Cookie Effect Show, and we're still doing our fun facts. We've just finished with the girls, and now, guys, I'm here for you. Come along, sit tight. Now let's talk, guys, about what you should look for when dating a girl. If you're looking for a committed relationship and you want to find out, how to figure out if this girl is truly the girl for you to commit to, I've got some tips for you. All right, now remember, these are just my opinion, may not work for everyone, but if it helps you, please comment below, let me know how well it did. If it doesn't work for you, it's just entertainment. All right, that's why it's called Fun Facts. All right, number 1, guys, qualities to look for when dating a woman. She doesn't, qualities to look for when dating a woman. Now, pay attention. Is she a needy girl? Does she need you all the time? Does she need you to validate her all the time? Does she need you to tell her what to do all the time? Does she need you to enable her become alive and be happy and be, herself? Pay attention to that. There's a big difference between needs and wants. All right? A woman that is needy is a big turnoff. Okay? It's a big turnoff. I mean, think about it. The most attractive women or type of woman is a woman that doesn't need a man. That's what my research has told me, that guys really appreciate women who are able to stand alone. All right, so if a woman is very needy, I don't think you should commit to her, because down the line it may pose some problems. Okay, so be careful of that. Is she independent? Does she have goals and dreams of her own? Does she have aspirations besides you? Does she have her own circle of friends, circle of life? Men like to be, as much as they like a commitment, they also like to be free. They also like their space sometimes. All right, so the woman for you, if you're looking for a committed relationship, has to understand that. Okay, and if she doesn't have a life, if she doesn't have goals, if she doesn't have her own thing, that can't be attractive. That cannot. How is that gonna, how is that gonna help you, help yourself, help your relationship? Okay, so look out for that. All right, if you're looking for commitment, go for women who can stand on their own 2 feet. Number 2, look for a woman who is caring. Guys like to be nurtured. Okay, they're big babies. Remember what I said, guys are big babies, and we love you guys for that. All right, so you know yourself. So if you have a woman that is not nurturing, I mean, I'm not saying she has to be a domestic goddess, because I'm not a domestic goddess. I try, but I'm not. But I can cook. I'm a good cook, so your belly's gonna be full if you're with me. But look out for those signs. She's gotta have something to her, because a man needs to be taken care of no matter what age. Unfortunately, y'all are big babies. So guys, if you're looking for a girl that's just into herself, if you have a girl that's just into herself, all she cares about is me, everything about me, then it might pose problems if you're trying to commit to this girl, because she's never going to stop to think, what about you? Does she ask you about your job? Does she ask you about your goals? Does she care about your dreams and wanting to help you? You need a woman who cares enough, cares enough about you as a man, who can also pull you up and say, hey, babe, I don't think you doing that is a good idea. I don't think you should do that. Or here's my opinion. Why don't you try it this way? You need a woman who is going to not tell you what to do, but be able and not afraid to tell you when you're going the wrong way. Okay, so look out for that. Does she take responsibility in terms of her past? The most unattractive thing in a woman is where she allows her past control her. 9 times out of 10 as women, we tend to, if we've been in bad relationships before, we tend to bring that into our new relationship. For instance, you were in a guy cheated on you in the past, all right, and it broke your heart. That hurts. I understand that. But then if you're choosing to want to start a new relationship, a serious relationship, think about it. You need to drop that baggage behind. So it's, guys, you cannot, if a woman you're dating continues to talk about how hurt she was from her last relationship, if she continues to, show signs of insecurity, hey, I'm not saying, we all don't have insecurities. Yes, we do. But for instance, if I was in a cheated relationship, someone cheated on me, and I decide, you know what, I'm over that, I'm good to go, I'm ready for another relationship, I have no right to kind of bring that energy into my new one. For instance, like, his phone rings and you're like, who's that? What's that? Where you going? What you doing? That can't be good. If a girl is like that, she has unresolved issues. Perhaps she shouldn't really be thinking of committing if she cannot, if she's still, if that resonates still in her and she has no place to be in a relationship. All right, so look out for those little signs. I know as women we're emotional and we do tend to get a bit insecure at times, and we want to know, what are you doing, who is calling you, checking your phones. But there's a thin line between being obsessive, with the phone, the internet. I want your password, I want your this, I want your that. Why? You don't need that. If you trust your partner and you trust in yourself as a woman, what do you need his password for? Unless there is something that you're harboring inside. All right, so guys, pay attention to those little things. Now, is she classy? See, I have a problem with that word because, what's classy? I think every woman is emotional and every woman is crazy at times and every woman can be classy. So for me, I think as emotional beings, as women, we are a bit of all of that. We're emotional, we're classy, you want a woman that can be all of that. You need a little ratchet woman sometimes, a little hood woman sometimes, a little ride or die, and you need a woman that you can take out and she knows how to act, she knows when and where to speak, she knows what to say at the right time, and she knows how to be, step back and let you, come forward. You don't want a lady that you take around your friends and she's overly friendly, she's, way too friendly. Or, oh, babe, we're going out, we're going to meet my boys, we're going to hang out, and she's all dressed, showing her everything, and she's just wanting the attention all on her. That might be questionable. All right, she might be a beautiful woman, but at the same time, check for those little actions. All right, check for those actions, because I'm not talking about now. Down the line, 3 months, 6 months down the line, it will start to get on your nerves. And then that's breakup. All right, don't put yourself through that. But basically, a woman that carries herself well in every situation, does she have values and morals? Does she only use her looks to validate who she is? And if she's all about those things, I don't think she's quite ready for a committed relationship. All right, because your needs matter too. All right, now another part to think about is, what types of people does she surround herself with? What are her friends like? Think about it. Look at her 5 closest people, around her? Are they positive? Are they uplifting? Do they show values and morals? What are their conversations like? Do they kind of control her? Do they tell her what to do? You know, if your girl solely depends on what her friends tell her, then 9 times out of 10 when you guys do argue, I'm afraid sometimes us women have a tendency to overstep our boundaries with our friends and tell our friends, hey, he's not good for you. Hey, he did this, not cut. You know, they're not in your relationship. Okay, a friend should be the ear and support, not telling you what to do. Okay, so pay attention to the people she has around you. Do they are they all about, are they single? Are they committed? Are they just pay attention to the little things. That's all I'm saying. We tend to just look nowadays, women are beautiful all over the place. You go on Instagram, you go everywhere, you like seeing beautiful women. It's hard for men out here. It's hard for you to think with your real head rather than your little head down there. So think with your big head, not the little one. I call it the little one because your brain is the most important part to making valid decisions, not the little head. All right, so guys, I hope this helps. I hope that you can now stop looking at the artificial. Of course, you have to be attracted to someone initially before you do anything. But aside from that, when you're dating, pay attention to these little things about women, because that should tell you if you should continue the relationship or if it's just gonna be a good time relationship. All right, that's Cookie's Fun Facts. I hope it was educational. I hope it was fun. And like I said, take it with a pinch of salt. But if it helps you, then I'm happy. All right, stick around. We've got lots more Cookie's Corner coming up next.
Baby, I deserve those fly cars and fancy cars, living like a star, and that chauffeur Rolls Royce to a war.
All right, you're still tuned into the Cookie Effect Show. I hope you're having a good time. Hope you've topped up on your teas and coffees and your wine, whatever the case may be. Now, look, Cookie Effect Show is all about giving back, helping people out, entertaining, and also using my platform to help out, you know, people doing positive things. I know I have a little tiny platform. I'm only small time right now, but that doesn't stop me from helping out people who I feel have talent and are working equally as hard as me to, you know, bring something good, you know, to our community. So I've got 2 people that I want to talk about. Today I want to use my platform to give back to a gentleman named Al Kinlaw. All right, this guy, oh my goodness, he is a rapper. He is a recording artist from Far Rockaway, New York. All right, yes, we're international. All right, he lives in New York. He is a rapper and he's from Far Rockaway. He started a compilation album called Live from Sin City. Okay, he has dropped 3 singles for the streets and online, and now he is doing his solo CD, which is about to drop, I believe, at the end of this summer. All right, it's called More to Gain, Less to Loss. More to gain, less to loss. He also has his DVD dropping in 2 weeks with a video coming up, I guess, in a week or so. So look out for that on YouTube. His name is Al Kinlaw. All right. His single at the moment is so dope. I've heard it. I've listened to it, and it's banging. All right. It's called I Deserve. All right. You can listen to it. It's on 50 different websites online. You can go on YouTube. You can go on iTunes to get it. It's called I Deserve, and it's featuring Bugsy. All right, he's doing amazing right now. It's real hip hop music. Dope beats. It's that New York sound. Check it out. Please, please, please support the young brother doing his thing, because it's hard out here. We all have to help each other out. We all have to support. Just because I'm in the UK does not mean I cannot appreciate someone anywhere else in the world doing their thing. So go and get that. Go on iTunes. I Deserve from Alkanlor. All right, he's a dope artist. His music is smooth. You can hear his lyrics. It's not all this mumble rap type thing that we have going on right now. You can actually hear what he's talking about. He's really pretty dope. I really enjoyed it. I'm never going to co-sign anything that I'm not into. I'm not going to co-sign something that I don't think is good. All right? Because I want to give you the truth. I want to be honest with you. So, listen. I Deserve is a banger. Go and check it out on YouTube. You can also go on his Facebook page. I believe it's Alkanlaw, ALKENLAW. All right, he's a brother from Far Rockaway, New York. Go and check him out. All right. What else do I have to say about his music? Oh, ladies, he's good looking too. So check him out. All right. I think he's single. So yeah, check him out. Hit him up on Twitter. Hit him up on Facebook. Alkanlor, his new track, I Deserve. Go and check that out. Buy it on iTunes. Listen to it on YouTube. Or go on his page and listen to it. Because the Cooke Effect Show, we co-sign Alkanlor, I Deserve. Alright?
And I'm just trying to do me, do my own factors. They already know that I'm a rapper. Everything else don't matter. As long as I have shit to get to my mommy after. I ain't no actor, but I'm an MC. You heard it for yourself. So you don't believe me, then put me on yourself. Because where I'm at now, I don't need no help. I ain't noticed now. But it's causing me to become even focused now.
Now, let's switch gears. I've got a young lady. She is beautiful. She is hardworking, and she's a mother. And she started a business. She's a nail technician. All right. She started from the ground, and now she's built a beautiful business empire. All right. It's called Talon's Nails by Tara. All right. Talon's Nails is based in Laken Heath in Suffolk. Ladies, please, if you need to get your nails slayed, if you like all that fancy stuff with your nails, I can't show you my nails because she's currently working on my nails because I'm terrible. I bite my nails. I have anxiety and I tend to destroy my fingers. So I'm embarrassed. That's one of my most embarrassing things. So that's why I'm doing this. All right. But she's working on it for me. Once we get it to the state that I am proud of, I'll show it to you. But check her out. She's based in Laken Heath. You can go on her Facebook page. Talon's Nails is TALONZ. TALONZ. Her name's Tara. Give her a call. I believe I've got her card here. It's 07540-957-070. It's 075-409-57070. Talon's Nails, the best. She will hook you up. She is a beautiful lady. She's nice. It's not just, one thing she does that's different to a lot of people out here. She makes her own cuticle oil. All right, you go sometimes to nail shops and you don't know exactly, they use all types of different things on your nails. With her, she makes her own, so she knows what vitamins to put in there, all that good oils to use to make your nails grow. I believe she started doing nails because her mother had cancer, and her mother was going through chemotherapy and lost all her nails. She didn't lose her hair, but she lost her nails. And Tara decided to use this as an opportunity to help her mother. She put herself through school to do the nails. She got her license and she nursed her mother's nails back to life. And her mother's doing perfectly well now. She beat cancer, yes. And her nails are beautiful. And so with that, doing something nice for her mom, she now has a business of her own. So I felt that I wanted to put the spotlight on her because I believe that we all need to help each other out. So please check out my girl, Talon's Nails by Tara. It's up in Laken Heath Village in Suffolk. All right? Now, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for going to support these people I'm talking about. Leave comments, subscribe to the Cooke Effect Show, and Stick around for the best part of my show. It's now time for Cookie's Corner. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. It's time where I speak my mind, I tell it like I mean it, and I don't care. Alright? So I get people writing in, emailing me and saying, hey Cooks, can you discuss this topic, that topic, this topic? Yes. Cookie can talk about anything. As long as I'm passionate about it, I will speak about it. Alright? So before we get into that, please don't forget, subscribe down below and get involved, leave comments, and say your opinion. It's a no judgment zone. Alright? We don't judge here. We like to hear everybody's feedback. We like to hear what you have to say. So get involved. Alright, now, before we start, can I please just review the One Africa Music Festival that I went to last week? If you watched my show, I was promoting that event. It was at the Wembley SSE Arena last weekend. It had 20 of the top African artists from all over performing on the one stage. It was the first time it ever been anything like this in the UK. So it was epic. It was 12,000 people deep. It was full to capacity. And oh my goodness, like I was so excited to be there. It was my first time being at a huge arena like that. And let me tell you, we danced our asses off all night. The artists were great. It was just amazing to see how far Afro beats music has come. Like they had Afro beats R&B, they had Afro beats rap, they had dancers, they had singers. It was so good. You should have been there, but I have clips. Don't worry, we're gonna have snippets. Tune in to our page, our YouTube page, subscribe, and you can watch all the action unfold. But let me tell you, there's one thing that happened at that event that I wanted to speak about. The event was great. You know, it was due to start at 6:30. Everybody showed up. It was due to start at 6:30, but unfortunately, it did not start at 6:30. It ended up starting at 8 o'clock for 20 artists to go on stage. They had the SSE Arena booked till 12 midnight. Now, starting from 8, you can imagine what chaos that would have caused, all right? But, you know, the show was great. People performed. We had P Square, we had Fouts, we had Davido, we had Tiwa Savage, we had Jindena, who was supposed to be kind of like the closing act, and he was one of the biggest, he is one of the biggest African artists right now that's doing amazing things in the world, representing Africa. And everyone was so excited to see him. Everybody was waiting for the show. And oh my goodness, we danced with everybody, performed well. I cannot fault the artists. They gave it their all. There was passion. It was great. There was no fights. I mean, imagine 12,000 people in one arena, and there was no fights. It was just love. It was a good vibe. It was so good. I really loved the vibe. But there's always a but. Now, because the organization, I don't know what happened with the organizers of the show. You know, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But unfortunately, when it came to around 12 midnight, we had 3 of the top artists still waiting to perform, like Tiwa Savage, P Square, and Jindena. Everybody was waiting for these guys to come up on stage all night, okay? But I understand, you know, you leave your top acts till last. I know how the game goes. But this was chaos, because when it was 12, the arena was ready to shut it down. Can you believe it? These guys have been practicing. They flew from all over the world, from Africa, to come give us a show. And we're already running out of time. In fact, we ran out of time before the top 4 guys could even perform. So, I guess backstage, the promoters worked with the SSE Arena people, management, and they gave them another hour to do their thing. Now, these artists had been performing. Each artist probably had like 10 minutes on stage. And when it came down to it now, the top artists, Tiwa Savage, P Square, I love them. And I only got like 5 minutes of their show. Like, I came there for them and Jindena and Tiwa Savage. And they only could perform snippets of their songs because we were running late. And it was so sad to see them being rushed off the stage, hustled off the stage because time was running out. Now, everybody started leaving the arena because 12 midnight, in the UK, the trains don't run at 12, so people came from all over the UK to see this epic show. And a lot of people started leaving the arena when it came to 12 midnight. And so you started seeing people walking, leaving while the acts were performing, and it was just so disheartening. And then a few of them ran through their set. It felt more like a sound check rather than the main performance, because they just rushed it, they hustled them out. It was just uncomfortable for me because I really felt that it was just disorganized. Now, the worst part of everything was it hit 1 o'clock. Now remember, they got another half an hour or hour extra to continue the show. But Jindena, the classic man, the main man, the chief, was backstage. We saw him. He was backstage. He was in the building. This was his first big show in the UK. And guess what? He didn't perform. He did not come on stage. Can you believe that? Like, he didn't come on stage. People were mad. People were pissed off. Like, that's not okay. Like, I feel like although the promoters did all they could, they apologized to us, they apologized to everybody. But the artists, you got to think, these people are spending money, spending time rehearsing, getting bands. Like, they had live bands. He had all types of things prepared to give us a show. People paid big money to come and experience this once in a lifetime event. A lot of Africans were in the building, and for him not to even come up on stage when we all knew he was right there. He was right there. And because of this organization, it all fell flat. He was disappointed. He actually, if you go on YouTube, he actually put on a YouTube PSA apologizing to everyone, saying that, hey, I'm sitting here backstage, ready. I was amped and ready to go, but time got cut and there was nothing we could do. And he apologized. And just to see and hear the disappointment in that man's eyes and just in his voice broke my heart. Because as artists, we think, oh, these celebrities, they have no worries, they don't care. Either way, they're still getting paid. But you got to understand, with artistic people, it's not about the money. It's about the passion. It's about getting out there and doing a show. That's where they get the most satisfaction from. Yeah, they get paid big money. He's getting his money. But come on. What is an artist if you can't show your talent? What is an artist if you let down your fans? And I felt that for him. So that was, it was like going from a high and waiting to keep going high, and then you just drop right down. Please subscribe. But you just drop all the way down, and everyone felt deflated. He felt deflated, and people were walking off really feeling uncomfortable. I know I did promise you some interviews with the artists. I did promise you a lot of things, but due to the fact that they all got, the show started late, things was running at least 3 hours late. Press was not able to interview these artists. Artists were upset. They didn't even want to have interviews. So I guess they only had like the BBC and Ben TV and the top TV people do the interviews. So people like us, vloggers, did not get a chance to talk to the artists or interview them. So I'm so sorry to my Cooke Effect watchers, viewers. I couldn't bring you interviews from that event. I tried my best. I really, really did. I thought I'd go to the after party and see if I could catch one or two of them, but I was told due to, the disorganization, the show ended at 1. It was supposed to end at 12. The artists, I don't blame them. They just didn't feel like talking. They didn't feel like doing anything. So I apologize on behalf of the Cooke Effect team. We really, really did everything on our part to show up on time. We did everything as press. We got our press passes. Thank you, DLA Worldwide. You guys took care of us. You made sure I got my pass, my media pass. You made sure that I was safe. And unfortunately, the people above you who were in charge of the event, I guess did not plan it so well, and it wasn't organized. So I'm apologizing to Jindena for the disappointment caused by the One Africa event. We would love to see you back in the UK. If you're listening to this, please come back and share your time with us. I'm apologizing because I heard on YouTube you said you still haven't received a formal apology from the One Africa people who set up the event. And I think that's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. So, sorry, Jindena. We love you. Cooke Effect loves you. And the One Africa event, thank you so much for everything. It was an experience, and I'd love to do it again. Now, good night. It's the end of the Cooke Effect show. Thank you so much. Subscribe. Email me, cookieeffect1@gmail.com. Leave comments, and I'll see you on the next show. Peace.